Guys, Caitlin Clark is officially back, okay, for the Indiana Fever. Guys, the Indiana Fever just gave the freaking New York Liberty their first L. Their first L of the season. I was wondering, I'm like, who is it gonna be? Okay. We saw Seattle Storm finally humble, so to speak, the Minnesota Lynx. Okay, the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty. The Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty are the both teams, okay, in the WNBA for last season, the 2024 WNBA season, who are able to advance to the finals, okay? And they were battling it out for that championship, and ultimately, the New York Liberty took it home. But in this current 2025 WNBA season, they both have been on winning streaks. And I'm like, okay, Seattle Storm just handed out the Minnesota Lynx their first L of the season the other day. I'm like, well, who is it going to be? Who is it going to be that's going to give the freaking New York Liberty their first L? And could you call it poetic justice?
Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it?
Could we call it sweet poetic justice that the Indiana Fever, when I gotta admit, when Caitlin Clark was down and out, she was away from home, okay, she was not a participant in the team for the Indiana Fever when she was going through her injury. Is it sweet poetic justice that the Indiana Fever got defeated by the worst, okay, one of the worst, you could say, teams in the league, being the Connecticut Sun, okay? I said the Connecticut Sun, the Dallas Wings, my Chicago Sky are the bottom tier teams in the league. So it's a sweet poetic justice that the Indiana Fever got defeated by the Connecticut Sun, but they also whooped the number one team in the league, okay? The New York Liberty was the last one standing. They were the only team in this current 2025 season to be the last one who has not received an L, who has not received a loss. Until today's game, when the Indiana Fever, along with Caitlin Clark, gave them their first L. Guys, they got blown out, okay? Now, yes, it was the Indiana Fever's home game, okay? They had the home court advantage, but the final game concluded with the Indiana Fever having 102 points and the New York Liberty having 88 points. Blowout. Guys, freaking Caitlin Clark is a menace. She is a menace to society. She is a terrorist. This woman is a terrorist. She put up, it was like the second quarter. I don't think it was the first quarter. I believe it was the second quarter. This woman put up 3 back-to-back logo threes, okay? From the logo, paint. And that was the number one. The number two, the number three, I think number three, She tried to do it again. She had the audacity. Caitlin Clark had the audacity to attempt the number 4th, okay? She didn't get that one. But then she got another one. I believe she scored like what? She put up like, I think she scored like 9 points in 45 seconds. It was just ridiculous, guys. I was like, yeah. From that moment on again, Caitlin Clark is the leader of the Indiana Fever. This is not, to insult the other Fever girls, okay, aka the Splash Sisters, okay, but now that Caitlin Clark is officially back, the Splash Sisters are back, because now that Caitlin Clark is on that court, on that floor, the freaking confidence and the overall efficiency, okay, the overall playmaking skills and abilities and technique and that consistency has come back 10 times strong for the Indiana Fever as a whole. We saw Kelsey Mitchell acting like she remembered what her name is. She remembers who she is. You, Kelsey Mitchell. Aaliyah Boston remembering who she is. Lexi Hall remembering who she is. Sophie Cunningham even remembered who she is. In the first quarter, guys, the New York Liberty came out on top. Okay, they scored 26 points. And the Indiana Fever scored 24 points. In the second quarter, Liberty scored 24 points. Fever scored 29. The third quarter comes around. The Liberty scored 21 points. The Fever scored 27. And in the fourth and final quarter, guys, this was what sealed the deal. Liberty scored 17 points. The Fever scoring 22 points. I'm going to tell you what happened. In the second and third quarter, okay, in that first half of this game, the first and second quarter, we saw the Liberty, pretty much go on runs on the Fever, okay? Briefly, Caitlin Clark got sat out, and that was when they really began to advance forward in this game, the New York Liberty, that is. But in the third quarter, the freaking Liberty started making all types of silly mistakes, okay? It was just goofiness on top of goofiness. It just didn't make any sense. We started to see Natasha Cloud, Sabrina Ionescu, Breanna Stewart getting blocked. At one point in this game, guys, this is when, freaking Caitlin Clark went on a Menace to Society run. She literally hit a logo 3 on 6'4" Breanna Stewart. Again, Caitlin Clark is labeled, again, according to Google, the girl ain't nothing but 6 feet tall. Ain't nothing but 6. I'm 5'5". Okay, but according, up against something like 6'4", Breanna Stewart, a huge big, okay, a very dominant big in the league. She scored a logo 3 paint, a logo paint 3 on top of Breanna Stewart, just splish splash. I'm like, again, the defense for the New York Liberty just crumbled. At first it was good, and then just started to become just deteriorated. I'm like, I'm not sure exactly what had happened, but again, I believe it's just that crowd and Caitlin Clark just being on the court, period. She brought back that confidence that the Indiana Fever lacks when she's not on that court. And again, that was ultimately what helped them get this dub. So allow us, please, to start with the losers, that being the New York Liberty. Breanna Stewart, guys, she put up 24 points. She had 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Kennedy Burke had 3 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Nayara Sabali had 10 points, 1 assist, 9 rebounds. Sabrina Ionescu had 34 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. Natasha Cloud had 5 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. Wow, Natasha Cloud actually was struggling. Specifically when you compare her to Mo Brianna and Sabrina Ionescu, that's crazy. Maureen Johannes has 10 points, had 0 assists, 2 rebounds. Rebecca Gardner had 0 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Isabel Harrison, worthless. Isabel Harrison, guys, if you don't know, she used to be in my Chicago Sky last season. I was glad when we got rid of her. Isabel Harrison still managed to put up 2 points, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. Now let's talk about the winners, the Fever that is. Lexi Hall put up 14 points. She had 2 assists, 4 rebounds. Natasha Howard had 4 points, 0 assists, 4 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston had 10 points, 6 assists, 11 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, guys, again, she got that confidence back up, okay? I say Aaliyah Boston did too, as a whole overall, the entire Indiana Fever. But again, Aaliyah Boston having 10 points from her metrics and her standards, that's kind of low. But again, like she did get the double digits. She got a double-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds. It is what it is. Kelsey Mitchell, guys, though, she put up 22 points, had 1 assist and 2 rebounds. Caitlin Clark put up 32 points, had 9 assists, 8 rebounds. Sophie Cunningham had 5 points, 0 assists, 4 rebounds. Sydney Carlson made 10 points. Even Sydney Carlson started moving and grooving. Sydney Carlson had 10 points, 6 assists, 1 rebounds. Damaris Dantas had 5 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. And Dewana Bonner played no minutes. Again, I'm not sure what's going on with her exactly, but again, she was 0 across the board, okay? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 0 minutes played, 0 points made, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. I'm not sure if it's due to injury protocol, concussion protocol, personal reasons. I'm not sure what it is, but Dewana Bonner was MIA in this game. This game was electrifying, guys. I was very much entertained. I was very, invested in this game, okay? And again, I was just on 10. Because again, at first, in the first half, New York Liberty was in front. But again, Caitlin Clark, again, that second quarter, she just hit that momentum. She literally raised the morale of the team, okay, so to speak, when she hit them logo paint threes, back to back to back, like a menace to society. She did not care. And you can kind of see, like, if you look at the body language of, Natasha Cloud, Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, you could tell in their body language, they're like, okay, we in trouble. We in the red, guys. I don't think we're going to make it out of here tonight alive. Guys, please comment down below your thoughts. Let's welcome Caitlin Clark back, okay? She was what the game has been missing, okay? It's getting spicier. It's getting more, not like an aggressive way, but it's getting more entertaining and exciting to watch Indiana Fever games. Because I ain't gonna lie, without her on that court for the Fever, it's just not as exciting, okay? Because again, them logo paint threes, I gotta buy her shoes. At this point, it is what it is, guys. Just know that when her shoes drop out for Nike officially, you will see me on here doing an unboxing, okay, and a haul, and also me shooting, trying to attempt some logo paint threes, okay, in Caitlin Clark's shoes. Guys, comment down below your thoughts on Caitlin Clark coming back. Welcome her back. And also, guys, comment down below your thoughts on the New York Liberty finally getting humbled. I ain't gonna lie, I was waiting. I felt some type of way. I'm a Chicago Sky fan, first and foremost. Okay, I felt some type of way that New York Liberty, it's like, what, game 11 of the season? And ain't nobody trying to, humble them. But I guess, hey, it is what it is. Indiana Fever had to do what they had to do, okay? And the Indiana Fever has officially humbled the New York Liberty.